Hey guys, we're Ali and Gary with Roll With Us DMs, professional game masters with over 17 years of experience that also love to go on some side quests with our friends, which you can see here on our channel.
Thank you for checking out our videos. If you haven't already, you should quest down to the subscription button and strike the notification bell so you never miss our content.
Our links are in the description below.
Consider becoming a channel member to access epic perks, including playing in one of our games. Now, on with the video. Hi there, welcome to Refocus, the series where I focus in on a topic for 10 minutes, very similarly to the Pathfinder 2nd Edition activity of refocusing. So today, I wanted to focus in on the multiclassing talents for DC20, the upcoming role-playing game from the Dungeon Coach. So, multiclassing talents, they represent the multiclassing system in DC20, and whenever you get a talent point, which the first one comes at 2nd level, you can spend that talent on a class feature from another class. It has to be a lower level than the level that you get the talent. So for example, when we look at the first one here, it says requirement 2nd level or higher, and you're going to be able to choose a 1st level feature, class feature from any class. So the cool thing with this is that you can start your career and you actually stay in the class that you choose. But let's say you were a fighter and you wanted to take something from the barbarian, for example. You could barbarian. You could choose to take the barbarian's stamina, which would give you an alternate way to recover your stamina. You could take the barbarian's rage. You could take the barbarian's reckless attack. Or you could take the barbarian's savage defense. So as a fighter, savage defense could be really strong because you're going to have a better way of calculating your armor class, plus your physical defense, plus extra movement speed, a better jump distance. So it would just improve your physical prowess. If you wanted to have a better chance of having advantage on your attacks, better attacks with the penalty of being easier to be hit because you would be giving advantage on all attacks against your physical defense, you could take reckless attack. And of course, you could take the barbarian's quintessential ability, Rage, which lets you reduce damage to yourself, deal extra damage, and have advantage on might-based checks and saves. So the thing that's different between DC20 and 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is that in 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, if you got to level 2 and decided to take a barbarian level, you missed out on all your fighter features from level 2, and you get the entire 1st level barbarian kit. So you would get the rage, the unarmored defense. Here, you're completely leveling as a fighter, but you're getting to pick one of these barbarian things that you want to add to your character. And the thing that's really cool about this, besides the fact that you're not held back in your primary class, is that you can really customize your character by picking and choosing what abilities you want him to have. You want him to have rage? Take it. You want him to have reckless attack? You could take that. You want him to have the savage defense, that unarmored defense, and like physical prowess? You could take that as well. Now you see that there's a flavor feature here, Shattering Force. So the thing with the flavor features is you can't spend a talent to take them. So the only way to gain this flavor feature is to have taken 2 barbarian features previously. As soon as you take 2 barbarian features, you automatically qualify to take Shattering Force. Well, and you don't even take it, it's automatically given to you, so pretty cool. I'm just going to transition over quick because at the next point, which is level 4, you can choose either a first or second level class feature from a class. And you wouldn't have to stick with Barbarian at this point. You could then take something from, say, the Rogue or another class if you wanted. But just for convenience sake, let's say you wanted to stick with Barbarian here, and you took the Battle Cry. It's the only class feature for level 2 for the Barbarian, so it's the only one that you could take. As soon as you take that Battle Cry, though, you automatically get the flavor feature, which is, again, pretty cool. But the other thing of note, as we go back over to the talents, is the way that it works here with Expert Multiclass, which is going to be at level 7 or higher. So this is where you can do like before, take a first, second, but now also a 5th level class feature from the, let's say in this case, the Barbarian, but it could be from any class. Or if you've already taken at least one class feature from the class, so in this case, if we had taken, like, say, Rage and then the Battle Cry from the Barbarian, we could now take one subclass feature from the Barbarian. So, an interesting note here, as far as I understand it, is you're not getting the whole subclass. So, for example, I would have to use a 5th edition example because there's no subclasses yet for DC20. But let's say you were taking the Ancestral Guardians. Well, you would get their their protectors, but you wouldn't get any other features. Just the protectors, Ancestral Guardians. Then at 10th level or higher, you keeps building on itself. So now you can do like before, first, second, or 5th level class feature from any class, a 3rd level subclass feature from a class that you have at least one class feature from, but now also a 6th level class feature from a subclass that you have at least one subclass feature from. So you can gain higher level subclass features. 10th level, though, just to keep in mind in DC20, is pretty much the pinnacle. It's, in Dungeon Coach's opinion, like probably equivalent to level 20 in other systems. Since games don't typically go to level 20, this is allowing you to pretty much like cap out your character. And then from level 11 to 20 is all prestige stuff. So when you get to this 10th level Master Multiclass, like this is pretty high level stuff for DC20. And there are options for 13th and 17th level. For 13th level Grandmaster Multiclass, and then 17th level for Legendary Multiclass, capping you out where you can get a 9th level subclass capstone feature from a subclass you have at least 2 subclass features from. So, pretty cool that you can even reach to those really high level subclass features. So, I just wanted to do this part here without the camera in case I need to have the full screen for this. So the thing that I wanted to end on here is how the multiclassing works with say you were, in this case it says here, a spellcaster that multiclasses into a martial class. you're going to gain multi-class martial mastery. So this was one of the options for the general talents, and I didn't really talk about general talents, but I think it was a way of giving you something to spend the talent on in the meantime without introducing multiclassing. But this video was focused on multiclassing. So if you have the multiclassing option, you're pretty much better using the multiclass talent than the general talent to gain the martial mastery. But you'll gain, so if you were a spellcaster, like say a sorcerer, and you took a fighter feature, you would, or a barbarian feature, let's say that in that case, like you took their savage defense, you would gain all of this, the benefits of weapon style passives. You would learn all attack and weapon maneuvers. You would learn a number of techniques as shown in the multi-class martial table, and stamina points. And here is the multi-class. Here's the multi-class martial table. And if you were a martial class that multi-classed into a spellcasting class, so if you were a barbarian and you multi-classed into a cleric, for example, you would gain the divine list, the cleric list, from taking the cleric feature that you picked, which could be like the cleric has like a prayer. So if you took their prayer, then you would that would be the feature you would gain, and then you would gain these spellcasting mastery things. You would learn so it looks like one cantrip. You would learn one spell. You would gain 2 mana points. Yeah. And then the other thing is, so for every cleric or every spellcaster feature that you take with your talents, you're going to keep gaining more things. So like at 2 features that you've taken, you would get 2 mana points, another 2 more mana points, another spell, and another spell learned. So that's pretty much how that works. You could see prestige paths there, but that's going to have to be the topic of another video. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this look into multi-class talents, and I hope you have a great day. I am refocused, and I'm going to head back off. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content that you just saw, consider joining one of our games at startplaying.gaming/rollwithusdms.